My name's Shane Weller, aka El Huero Chuco, and we're about to interview Open Mike Eagle. Open Mike Eagle came through town as part of the Deer Hunter tour with Homeboy Sandman. We caught up with him at the Percolator and talked about his new EP, Sir Rockabye, Project Blowed, and Doing It Old School. So you just released Sir Rockabye this year.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that album.
It's an EP. I've been putting out an album once a year since 2010. This year, though, in 2013, I just put together like a few songs I was really happy with, and put that out as a project. It's a lot more energetic than stuff that I usually do. You know, a lot of my stuff is very reserved in terms of how I record and how my delivery is. For this one, I tried a few different approaches and a few different kinds of beat styles than I usually do. I was pretty happy with the results.
Now, this is a digital album.
Yes,
and,
sir.
I literally saw something where you can name your price for this album.
Yes, indeed.
What made you decide to do that?
Just because I hadn't really tried it. Bandcamp has been a real interesting experience for me because all of my albums have come out through labels before, so I hadn't really had the experience of putting out a new project on Bandcamp and seeing how fans responded to it. And like I said, like I was experimenting with kind of song structure and delivery styles with the creative part of the album. I'm also experimenting with the delivery systems. So I wanted to have something that was free if people wanted to, you know, let's say it was exposed to new people in some ways and they could just get this for free. And then people who have kind of been riding with me for a minute, they wanted to contribute a few shekels. I was down for that too.
How's it working out for you?
It's been working out great.
Wonderful.
Working out great. Get people to pay more than what is, you know, what it would be monetarily worth on like iTunes, and you get a bunch of people downloading it for free too. I think it's working out both ways.
Wonderful, that's good. Now, there's a single to that track, to that album. It's
Degrassi Picture Day.
Yeah, Degrassi Picture Day. What was the inspiration behind that? That's what I want to know.
Man, I heard that beat and it put me back in childhood, man. It just put me back in childhood. It put me back in like this mode of like wanting to look fresh as a kid, and it just hit me like, man, yo, there's one experience I think everybody has. It's Picture Day in school. You know what I mean? I never really heard a rap song talk about that before, so that's the angle I decided to come at.
Yeah, something that's pretty universal.
Exactly, but I've never heard like a song about it before, so
Absolutely.
I thought it was something I could touch on.
Now, people like to brag, you know, talking about going back old school, going back to the day, you know what I mean, where you know you're in school and stuff like that. People like to brag about going old school with it. But you literally went back to floppy disks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me about the t-shirt package that you had going on with it. Tell me what that was all about. And floppy disks.
Yeah, actually, I rock with a label and a collector from LA called Hellfire Club. And one of our trademarks is that we release EPs on CDs that are inside of floppy disk packages because they fit perfectly. And all of us are kind of that age where we remember actually using those big fat discs. So like, you know, it's kind of a cool thing to be associated with, you know, for people who remember like that kind of computer stimulation. A lot of us
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, Oregon Trail, exactly. Carmen San Diego and that kind of stuff. And most of us are like old nerds anyway, so it's like a good calling card kind of thing for us. You see the floppy disk on the table, especially if like you're the same age, it's actually like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? It's always at least a conversation piece.
Absolutely. How many did you make and how long did it take to sell out? Because as I understand, it's sold out.
Well, I only put 100, I think, online as a first press, and that sold out. And I had I've been pressing them up in groups of 100 for the road. So probably on like my fourth pressing right now.
Wonderful. You got those on tour right now?
Yeah, I think I only have a few left though.
All right.
I'm gonna sell out of them probably tonight.
Wonderful, man. I'm glad to hear that. Funny Facebook status. You said,
oh shit.
Right?
Okay.
Tour booking pro tip. If you say quality in real fast, it sounds like Holiday Inn.
It does.
What's been the hardest part of this tour?
The hardest part. Just the hardest part of any tour is just making all the numbers work. You know, from town to town. making sure that the budget is tight, that there's enough for everybody to get what they're supposed to get, enough for gas, enough that people are staying in comfortable places. And so I've been like kind of tour managing it a bit, which is always a little difficult just because I want to be an artist and just do, just want to rap and all that too. But I kind of took on that responsibility. So it's just been a little bit more tiring than usual, but it's not really bad.
One of the things that I've heard, doing different types of interviews is actually being a tour manager or having a van or having some type of transportation. Those are all assets to have, and that's one of the things that it's not really what, how great of a live MC you are, whatever it is, but if you have something to offer towards a tour, that, it's more susceptible that you're going to be able to be on a tour.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that being a tour manager is probably going to work out, gathering these skills right now is probably going to work out in the long run.
I mean, I don't ever want to use these skills again, though. I've decided after this tour, I don't think I'm ever going to do this again. I've done it quite a bit because, just about every tour that I've ever booked, I've headlined, I've managed. It's just not, really, I don't think it's the best use of my mental resources. I think I'm better served dealing with, like, there's professional tour managers, professional booking agents, and I think any endeavor I'm involved in would be best served if one of those kind of people would be involved, so I could focus on, the artistic stuff.
I'm talking about artistic stuff. You've also been a member of Project Load for quite some time. How did you get involved with that, and what is kind of your role with that in your day? You're so active in it.
I grew up in Chicago, but my father's always lived in LA, and so whenever I would go visit, I spend summers out there. I'd be out there for holidays. Ever since I knew what it was, I would be at it. Well, it's rap. And so when I moved to LA, I kind of just put stakes in the ground there and set up shop. Just would leave, you know what I mean? And then through rapping, through shows, through networking, through showing up at their office every day, I just became kind of part of the family. I've done everything from, like I said, from like working in the office to doing tours with folks, making songs with people. For a while, me and another MC were like organizing and hosting the Globe every week. I've had my hands in a lot of stuff over there, and the Globe is a monster because it's like it's a rap collective, it's a record label, it's a venue, it's an event. It's like a lot of different things to be involved in, and I've experienced a little piece of each thing.
Wonderful. Last question here. Two last questions. If you come up with 5 underground artists, ultimate tour of all time, who would it be if you could put it together?
Well, what does underground mean when you say it?
Not mainstream, not radio play.
Not radio. Okay. 5 like solo artists.
Sure, groups, whatever you want. You pick them.
Okay.
You are the tour manager.
Like if I said somebody like Tribe, they was on the radio, but like they weren't necessarily like best sellers. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
Would you count somebody like Tribe?
We could throw Tribe in.
Okay. That's my dream, though. Like, it'll probably never happen. But
Tribe, if you're watching,
dream.
if you come across it, it's this dude's dream. Let's make it happen.
I got a lot of work to do. I got to, make myself appealing. I got to increase my fan base by like 1,000-fold, and it'll make more sense for them. But Tribe, Doom, man, so many to choose from. I want to say like Slick Rick too, even though
Slick Rick.
Yeah, I love Slick Rick. I think Slick Rick's one of the best ever. His show is still awesome.
So Tribe, MF Doom, Slick Rick.
Yeah. The Roots.
Roots.
And dang, it's only one spot though, which I would gladly take. But
Maybe you should.
I mean, I would pencil myself in there. But shit, man, I feel like I need to put that myself.
De La Soul. Wonderful. Beautiful. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Just hello, everybody. Check me out at MikeEagle.net if you like looking at rappers' websites. I love all over the socials and stuff too. And I like to make little funny status updates when I can think of them too. So come be entertained, check out the rap music, and take care.
Wonderful, man. Thank you very much
Thank
for your
you.
time. Really appreciate it. All right.
No doubt.